Okay, so America's all fired up and excited about this FedEx driver, right? Who stopped some protesters from burning a flag that I'm still flying upside down, and rightly so, because our nation is in distress. Now, if America was excited about defending the First Amendment, the Sixth Amendment, and people's rights as they are about a FedEx driver stealing someone's flag to keep it from being burned, then maybe Old Glory would not be burned figuratively every day by a government of treason. Maybe we need to remember what that flag really represents. Let's take a quick look, see if I can pop this video up here real quick so you can see. And I'm just going to play it quick. There's a little bit of language in this.
Hey, don't fucking assault me! You know what?
So here we have millions of people watching this video, and people saying, this man's a hero, he saved the flag. You know what? You know what people bled for? You know what our founding fathers died for? Is that we would have the right to have our speech, the right to have our due process. See, what we're talking about here is the difference between patriotism and nationalism. Now, don't misunderstand me. I don't generally like the protest of burning the flag. And yet, you could argue, in a nation where people actually think it's okay to send people to prison and punish them for exercising their right to burn a piece of cloth that is their own property, in that nation, somebody could argue that maybe that's a form of protest that's needed. I don't like flag burning. I don't like just trying to get people angry just because. But you know what? These young folks out here, whether I agree with them, a lot of the things they protest I don't agree with, but they're out there and they're distraught at the fact that we have a nation that has lost its freedoms. And it has. We all know it. We all know the nation has lost its freedoms as the political prisoners sit in jail and people are murdered on the side of the road. So we have real treason. We have a government that's figuratively burning the flag in our courts and our legislators and with their fake laws every day. And what do they keep us distracted with? Nationalism. See, our foundation is our rights and to love your neighbor. That flag, it's not an idol. It's a piece of cloth that represents human rights, that represents the republic for which it stands, the republic that has been destroyed. See, it's far more offensive that this nation and our treasonous government has destroyed the laws and the foundations that flag represents. That's far more offensive than somebody burning the actual piece of cloth in protest. Don't we understand that? See, it's easy to pick things like this to stand up for, and that's why you see it. It's easy to be like, yeah, go America, I'm not gonna let anybody burn the flag, disrespecting me. You know what, friend, what really is disrespectful to the flag is those who violate it, a government who violates what it stands for every single day, who violates people's rights. And so by going and stealing someone's flag because we don't want them to burn it, that flag was their property, guys. And so it wasn't against the law for them to burn that flag. It was against the law to steal the flag, to go in there and push those guys around. Now, I'm sure the FedEx driver thought he was doing the right thing, but I think it's because he doesn't really understand what that flag represents. We're so awash with nationalism and holding our hand over our hearts and saying, don't disrespect the flag, that we allow the flag to be completely disrespected by the very government that flies it over their legislative halls. We need to understand what it's really about, what's really happening. When we're at a protest, when patriots are at a protest and a counter-protest group steals our flag, we're all in a frenzy about it. But it's okay if we go steal their flag because they're going to burn it? It's okay if we push them around? So do I think the flag burners should be in jail? Of course not. They have that right. I also don't think the FedEx driver should be locked in a cell somewhere. But I think his position is wrong. I think we're misunderstanding. And why do I think that? Because the Constitution says, because our founding fathers said, because the law says that we have the right to speech, that we have the right to our life, our liberty, and our property. Even if somebody does something with their property that you don't agree with. This isn't about the cloth. It's about what it stands for. And we need to stop just going off and pretending that if we stand up for a piece of cloth, if we demand some sort of fake respect from people, if we demand that people respect the cloth, that somehow maintains our freedom. Freedom will be maintained when we stand up. If we have the passion for defending people's liberties, for loving our neighbor as ourselves, as people have for that Old Glory flying over the courthouse, then maybe we can stop the government of treason, the nation who burns it figuratively every day, and restore the land to the freedom that Old Glory is there to represent.